Hey YouTube, I have got my replacement camera here, but first of all, this does not mean that in any way, shape, or form you guys need to stop going to the fundraiser that my friend set up and not donate. Does not mean that at all. Or if you can't do that, just watch my videos. I'm going to be making a playlist here soon of all of just the old videos that I have that are monetized. Back then, all my new videos from now on are monetized. You can help that way, but seriously, go donate. This doesn't mean you don't need to because I still have other stuff to replace. Like I haven't gotten a belt pouch yet, although I've done some looking around, a little bit on eBay and some local. And there's lots of other things that I need to replace and stuff, but I'll probably get the belt pouch first because there's so I can put in like this other knife that I have. Found this at the Trax station up in Lehigh in the grass, which is like by Thanksgiving Point. So it's pretty much out in the middle of nowhere. I doubted anybody would be missing it when I took it. This was years ago. But let's go ahead and get open, and we'll see for the first time, both you and me, how bad the scratches on this screen are. Because the only I got this for I got this for $289.99. The next cheapest one was $319. So, but this is probably so cheap because of the scratches cosmetically on the screen. Other than that, it still works fine, according to the seller. And I trust her. She's only sold 2 items before, too. That's kind of a thing too, is you do have to put trust in people, especially when they're selling on eBay and stuff, which I kind of tend to do. Most of the stuff I bought on eBay was just cheap Chinese items, and so it's like, well, whatever, you're getting it from China. So it's a gamble if this smartwatch is going to work, which it did, or are these earbuds going to be good. But for everyone else, you kind of have to put trust in them. And I would say, yes, why not? How does this go? Especially when you consider the fact that, like, oh, probably it's this side. If you want to put If you're listing an item on eBay that you don't need anymore, that you think someone else might enjoy, you want to sell it, it's great. And then if you want a chance of doing it again, then you better make sure that you do your best to work things out and sell that item. I mean, maybe you're poor, can't offer free shipping. That's fine. This person did. Thank you. But yeah, it was so. If you want to be able to do it again, then you'd better have a good reputation to start with. And when you're only selling 2 items like this person was, or even maybe you're just not selling very many, then you really have to sort of. Ooh, I felt something. Careful. Really have to sort of make sure that you list good listings. Okay, so we got the cameras in here. Let's look at the other stuff. This is interesting. So, this wasn't on the listing here, but we have a white USB cable that for some reason, it doesn't say Samsung, but that's what I feel like, is Samsung micro USB white. We also have a Motorola power brick here. I have this one, probably this exact one. Are we still recording? Yes. Micro USB as well. It's pre-attached. I mean, thanks. I don't need it, but hey. Batteries in here. There's only one battery with this, but it is the original battery. Which original Sony batteries are expensive. Like, here's the battery. Another one of those is like $30. Whereas the ones that I had stolen, this one was in there too, my original this. But the ones that I had stolen were like $24 for 4 of them. And they weren't just as good. And here's the external charger. Nice. Flip out plug. The one I have uses USB, but it's a dual charger. Oh, and it's got the same style where this detaches. So I'm wondering if they make this design so that this can be the same and then fit with different pieces. And supposedly, I think with this you could, I don't know where you could find these, but you could buy multiple of those, have them for your different cameras to charge up, which is kind of a cool idea. So that's cool. I'm sure it works good. It feels okay. This feels a little bit loose, honestly, but it's probably going to be down when you're plugged it in. So other than that, it feels just as good as my other charger that I got, which is a dual charger. This is a travel charger. So this will probably most likely go inside of my, this will go in my camera bag and stay there. So then I have effectively 2 chargers because the camera charges as well. So if I'm out and about, I've got this, so I can put a battery in and then use another one while I'm going. But let us see. Here's the camera. very minimal. Could just be my eyes. If you guys maybe can see, I don't like how my phone focuses. There we go. So for some reason that looks a little bit indented on the lanyard strap, which I will be getting a lanyard as soon as possible. Very cold from outside. It's got the condensation on it. The screen flips around. So, can I find any scratches on? I can see them kind of sort of in real life, like there's one. Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're not really noticeable. Let's fire it up and see if they become more noticeable now. Ooh, SD card is in there. What? So this is a Transcend 8 GB, not smaller than the original one I had, which came free with my camera and was 32 gigs premium. That was I think I mentioned this before, but the one that came with my camera they gave as part of a gift when I bought it from Best Buy was a 32 GB scan disc. Not not Ultra. It was a Pixtor, yeah. And so if you look at Pixtor and Ultra cards by SanDisk from Best Buy, online people were saying that Pixtor was just so nobody could compete with Best Buy's price. I think I saw one like I looked on Amazon and saw one there. But the real difference is, aside from the Pixtor being more expensive, which it is, also the SD card weighs a little bit heavier. So I think it's just more durable. So that's cool. It's got 4 in a circle, which I think is high enough to record at what I was recording. Maybe it's even high enough to record the highest this camera can go, which my cards weren't. So let's put this in. Hopefully, yes, we have some juice. Oh, yes, it looks good. Program auto, she's got, so this was her settings on it. I'll get to see what, I think she was mostly photography. Let's take a look at what video was last used on. Wow. She has sound still on. I left mine off. For some reason, this feels a little bit stiffer than mine, which I don't know. Maybe she just used it less than I did. Mine got loose. Flash pops out. Let's see the EVF. Is it adjusted for my eyes? That's blurry. That is blurry. One thing I found with mine is like the EVF for some reason, just the putting it in and out or something. I don't know. Or, just general use of the camera. That's better, yeah. Would kind of make the EVF adjustment dial on top. Right there. It would get moved, bumped, or something. So she left that feature on. Joy. That's one thing. I'm going to quickly go ahead and do that right now is menu. This is one thing that I read online a lot of people like about this is they added a way to make it so that the EVF viewfinder doesn't turn the camera off when you close it. Intelligent active, auto slow shutters on. High ISO noise reduction should be normal. Center lock on, yes. Smile face detection on. Metering mode, yep. Spot white balance. I think mine was on spot meter. Spot meter's good. Well, whoops, wrong. Or the other metering mode is like center, meters the center, and multi. I don't know. I just like meters the center of the. I'm gonna have to play around with those though, because there's one thing I don't like, where you can see how it's pretty dark there, and then I adjust over just a bit and it changes. So I'm gonna have to play around with that. I left it on this all the time, but that's one thing that I didn't like is how you can move it a bit and it adjusts exposure. Which for airborne death, I have specific settings that I set it on so that it wouldn't be changing around. I get something that looks good and shows all of the important stuff that I want to see, and then we shoot with that. So D-range opt, I have no idea what that one does. But nice thing is I can go like this. Sets settings to optimize gradation. DRO, that process with one image, and auto HDR that superimposes several still images with varying exposure levels are available. So, okay, that's something to do with HDR. Okay. Creative style is standard, picture effect is off. I mean, those are if you want to get creative. And they're kind of fun, I guess, but I left them off. AF illuminator. Auto exposure. ISO is auto for now, that's fine. File format, ABC HD. Yep, no, we can't. So it does ABC HD, which is good. Okay, so it can do 60p. That's fine, yeah. So it can do all those settings. It's nice. How did I end up over setting reset? Record folder, image, database, version, display. USB power supply is on. Language is English. Date, time, area setting, format, file number. Function for EBF. Ha! I do not. So, camera stays on. That's nice. I've never done this before, but I'm just curious. Yeah, I can tweak settings in the EBF. That's expected, but hey. So it looks great. The scratches are way more minimal than they looked on the pictures that she had. So, but if I wanted to, see the Sony logo and this bezel here, I can buy that piece for about $14. Peel this one off, stick it back on, and I believe, especially since it's not a touch screen, it just sticks around the edges. But no, I'm not going to be replacing that. That'd be a waste of 14 bucks. Everything is working great and fine. It looks fine. A lot of these settings, there'll be things that as I go along, oh yeah, I need to change that. Oh yeah, I should change this. I need to set that. Let's just check the application list. So I believe I'll need to log in as me. Manage application. Whoops. Nope. Play memories, camera apps. Wait, what? Airplane mode is sent? Okay. Need to find airplane mode. GPS setting. Okay, GPS is off. GPS is status. Okay, that's good. Maybe, like I've said in a previous video, if I'm on a trip, I might use that. Volume. Audio signals are on. Shutter. Off. I just like it off. Because there was one point, especially where I really turned everything off, where I needed to take a picture of something. I didn't end up needing to. There was actually another paper of the thing I was trying to take a picture of that I could just grab. But I kept it silent since then for things just like that. Monitor brightness. Usually I have mine on +2. Goodness, there's a jet flying by. And it's like redonkulously loud. So that is a little bit bright for here, but that's okay. Let's readjust for, there we go. Viewfinder, GPS settings, tile menu, dial mode, display, power save, start time, 2 minutes. Function VF close, power off, HDMI settings, USB connection is auto, balloon settings, USB power supply, date, time, area, format, file number, series, hit record folder, new folder, version. Oh wait, is it under? I bet you it's under here. Ah, there we go. Airplane mode off. Okay, let's go back to the list. Application list. I'm gonna have to set this up, so I'll do this later. All it has is smart remote control on here. So she didn't. That's something I'm gonna update because I use it sometimes. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. This is working great. I can get back to production. Yeah, pretty much like you probably won't see any videos between now and the end of Airborne Death because I have this now and I can get back to work and make a valuable time that I lost. I am kind of wishing I got a little more done before I lost my camera than I had, but there were some things that, some of the little details I was stressing over that some of the stuff is going to be reshot, but some of the little details I was stressing over to make perfect that I didn't need to could be done later. Could also just like too much. Like there's like in the film, I have a scene where you're looking at a screen capture of my computer, and I had to modify some of that, which you can't modify it in Windows. I had to do it after the fact, and since it's a screen capture, not a picture, I had to modify the video, and that took a lot of crazy me staring at pixels up close, straining my eyes to get details perfect. I'm glad I did spend a lot of time on that, but I spent maybe a little bit too much time. So back to work for me on Airborne Death. And you guys, remember, you don't need to stop donating yet. There's still about $100 of stuff left. I mean, this was cheaper than I originally bought the camera for, but going off original prices, there's still about $100 of stuff left that I need back. And if we reach the whole 500 goal, anything else extra helps. Seriously. So go to the link in the description and donate. And yeah, that was the last thing I want to do is bring this in really close. Just focus for... Yeah, you can't see them. They're really minimal. So I will see you guys all later. One more thing. So this case, I tried to look it up because I was curious about it, but I couldn't find it specifically. It's got a little pocket up front, so you can store some batteries, and I don't know what else. It's got like a weird breathable mesh that goes down. The zipper, there's a snap on the bottom, so you can snap and unsnap. That's kind of sort of cool. And, you know, the camera fits in there, so it's not a bad case, but I am going to be getting a hard shell case like I used to have, because this was on my belt pouch. Take it with me everywhere, so it's right there. So I really wanted hard shell to keep it protected. This is better protection than nothing. I'm glad the case was included, but I will be replacing this with a hard shell case. I don't know what else I'll put in here, but this could even be part of my belt pouch expansion. Slip on the other side, fit some extra stuff in there. Maybe this will be the new pocket for my solar charger. I don't know. Well, that is if I even need a belt pouch. Anyways, yeah. So, that's it for me. Finally, back to work.